हेलो फ्रेंड्स नमस्कार एन्ड वेलकम अल अफ यू टु माई च्यानल। आजको डिस्कसनमा हामी चाहिँ डिभिडेन्ड पोलिसी थ्योरेटिकल इन्साइट्सको बारेमा छलफल गर्नेछौँ साथीहरू चाहिँ। र आई बिलिभ द्याट आजको डिस्कसनमा चाहिँ युड बी एबल टु एक्सप्लेन या अन्डरस्ट्यान्ड द डिभिडेन्ड पोलिसी इट्सेल्फ, वाइ इट्स इम्पोर्टेन्ट, र वाट टाइप अफ स्कुल अफ थट्स वी हेभ अन्डर डिभिडेन्ड पोलिसी। र एट द एन्ड आई वुड बी अल्सो डिस्कसिङ अबाउट द कन्सेप्चुअल फ्रेमवर्क भनौँ या what type of models that we have available in case of dividend policy. Some selected model I will be discussing. Based on this background, now let's discuss about particularly what we understand by the dividend. Dividend भनिसकेपछि साथीहरु चाहिँ dividend is all about तपाईले के बुझ्नु पर्यो भने as a shareholders when you invest in the stock you would have expectation of getting dividend. अर्को चाहिँ price of the stock बढ्ला कि भनेर that is the capital gain भन्छौं. So once the company makes a profit, earns a profit, the company will decide what portion of the dividend would be distributed as a dividend र कति portion चाहिँ retain गर्ने त for the future reinvestment purpose. That is all about dividend policy को main crux भनेकै त्यही हो. How the company decide about the profit to be distributed to the shareholders र for the future reinvestment purpose retain कति गर्ने त. So you can see here the corporate profit after tax. जस्तो retain earning अर्को चाहिँ dividend. Retain earning ले हामीले internal source of finance पनि भन्छौं, right? Once the company declare less dividend with the hope that the company will invest in future reinvestment purpose, that means company will retain more. र यो केसमा कस्तो हुन्छ भने साथीहरु चाहिँ since investors sacrifice their current benefit of getting dividend, so there will be the opportunity cost of funds भन्छौं हामी फेरि, okay, for the investor. Okay, now our dividend policy, that is the basic reason हामी भन्छौं कि that's a core component of firm's overall financial policy. Okay, so that is why we say that is a very important concept. And even in the financial management there are the four decisions we say that broadly. One is the raising of funds यानी financing decisions. Second भनेको चाहिँ long term investment decisions या capital budgeting you can say. Third भनेको short term investment decision या working capital management decisions. And fourth one is that dividend decision साथीहरु चाहिँ. We can't ignore the importance of dividend policy. And despite that friends, it has not been clearly understood by the large segment of the financial community. And even though dividend decision is a complex one having the numerous implications for the firm. And that is the basic reason साथीहरु चाहिँ हामी भन्छौं कि या as per research too कि dividend changes trigger the stock returns as the flow या new information convey the new information about the firm's future profitability. Okay, even as for the Miller and Modigliani या Bhattacharya या Miller and Rock. So we can say that friends कि हामीले अब harder we look at the dividend picture, the more it seems like a puzzle and with pieces of just do not fit together. And this paper you will find by the Becker and others in 1985. And even साथीहरु चाहिँ a market observer often viewed as a just low company low dividend बाढ्यो भने it's a signal for high future earning growth. And even from the perspective of हामी अब capital structure भन्छौं pecking order theory of Mayers in 1984 कि which assume that कि या company सँग चाहिँ great investment opportunity छ भने will prefer to retain the more profit. Okay, the cash flows retain earning so that company ले externally low raise गर्नु पर्ने हुन्छ funds. Okay, cost of borrowing would be high for the company, so in that case company prefer to retain the more profit. And that is why dividend for the next year भनिसकेपछि जस्तो net income minus reinvestment through equity financing as per residual dividend policy model भन्छौं as suggested by Miller and Modigliani in 1961. यो भनेको this is अब corporate finance को overall significance development कहाँबाट भयो भन्दाखेरि 1964, that is the pioneer paper in the area of corporate finance भन्न सक्नुहुन्छ. Okay, जस्तो 1958 मा capital structure theories, 1961 is the dividend part. Okay, now what about the that's a school of thoughts. Basically साथीहरु चाहिँ हामी when you do the research in the area of dividend policy, you would find the two school of thoughts. एउटा चाहिँ relevance of dividend, as per which जस्तो कि board and arguments. Board in hand argument भनेको कस्तो छ भने dividend भनेको is certain. As an investor point of view, dividend is certain, you say that. तर मेरो price of the stock will increase भन्दाखेरि that is uncertain. Future is uncertain part. So that is the basic logic of your board in hand argument suggested by Linder in 1956. And again the information content of dividend. Just so for example कुनै कम्पनीले अब धेरै डिभिडेन्ड बाँड्दाखेरि how it affect the stock price behavior छ भने हामी अब event study methods use गर्न सक्छौं, and over the event window period what happens to our overall expectations, what happened to the abnormal return. Okay, अब normally standard finance अनुसार के भन्छ भने whatever we are expecting र actual return भनेको both are same हुन्छ, but in reality साथीहरु चाहिँ जस्तो you can see R will not equals to ER. That is the case of abnormal return भन्छौं साथीहरु. Okay, this is the picture you could see rightly skewed curve. यतातिर घुम्यो भने that is the negatively skewed भन्छौं. Okay, left and right. But actually we say that theoretically all the data, financial data भनेको normal distribution follow गरेको छ भन्ने बुझ्छौं, but that may not be true always. Okay, अब जाउँ हामी चाहिँ साथीहरु चाहिँ this is all about what about the theoretical models of dividend policy. अब theoretical model भनिसकेपछि let's talk about dividend valuation model. That's you have to study in the stock valuation. Just कि what is the price of the stock today, that is the D1 divided by R minus G भन्छौं. अब D1 भन्ने बित्तिकै current dividend या last year dividend 1 plus G. G भनेको growth rate of dividend भन्छौं. R is our required rate of return on equity. Okay, so what about the Gordon growth model भनेको this is the same thing, that is similar to that. It's the D1 by R minus G. The D1 expected dividend भनिसकेपछि के हो भने is the expected earning per share into 1 minus B. 1 minus B is the notation for retention ratio साथीहरु चाहिँ. So if the company distribute 40% dividend छ भने that means 60% would be retained for the future reinvestment purpose भन्ने बुझ्नु पर्यो. Okay, जस्तो यो रिटेन्सन रेशियो भनेको चाहिँ that is अब यो केसमा let's see the 40% उले डिभिडेन्ड बाँड्दाखेरि कस्तो छ भने 60% would be my retention ratio. Okay, this way you need to understand the total your percentage भन्ने बित्तिकै profit is 100% भन्ने बुझ्नु पर्यो. Okay, now what about the Linder model. अब Linder, as per Linder model भन्ने बित्तिकै equity dividend भनिसकेपछि is the constant, अब that's the regression coefficient, EAT earning after tax, lag dividend, lag equity dividend, this is your error term. Okay, now what about the Darling models 1957. अब यो I have just discussed the little bit some important models. There are so many other concepts you will find in the literature of dividend policy साथीहरु चाहिँ. Just as per Darling model, that is the price of the stock. यो भनेको एउटा छुटिरहेछ, that is the dividend. DIVIT equals to is the constant. This is the PIT is the price of the stock at the end of the year. Lag price, depreciation. This is the change in sales. Okay, 2 year को lag लिइरहेछ. Now what about the Britain cash flow model in 1966? त्यो भनेको is the dividend भनिसकेपछि this is cash flow and lag dividend, and this is the error. Now again the same author, that is the Britain cash flow model, modify the model with including the capex, that is the earning after tax, dividend, lag dividend, depreciation, and the capital expenditure जसलाई हामीले पुँजीगत खर्च भन्छौं. Now what about the like Chawla and the Srinivasan model in 1987 Indian context, like your price functions. Price of stock भनेको that is the function of dividend per share, return earning per share, and this is the price earning ratio, given lag price earning ratio last year case. And what about the dividend supply function? That is the dividend DIT equals to function of price of stock, lag dividend, and the lag price earning ratio साथीहरु चाहिँ. But when you use the econometric modeling, then this way you could explain it. Okay, like PIT equals to constant plus beta 1 DIT beta 2 R beta 3 price earning ratio, lag price earning ratio plus EIT, we can say that. Now friend and pocket model is that 1964, let's say तपाईले चाहिँ अब stock price behavior को study गरिराख्नु भएको छ भने, then probably I hope this paper would be interesting reference for all of you. So that is the price of stock भनेको dividend return earning. Again second is dividend return earning, price of lag price earning ratio, and the third is the dividend return earning, and this is the lag price. Okay, आजको डिस्कसनमा हामी चाहिँ basically what we discussed about, we started with the dividend policy concept. We discussed the dividend policy को is the introduction part. We discussed about the school of thoughts and some theoretical morals of dividend policy. I believe that आजको discussion भनेको that would really good reference point for all of you when you are doing research या तपाईले अब अन्डरग्रेड लेभल भनौँ या ग्रेजुएट लेभल या एनी प्रोफेसनल एक्जामिनेसन बनाएर प्रिपेयर गरिरहेको हो भने चाहिँ आई बिलिभ द्याट आजको डिस्कसन चाहिँ इज अ इम्पोर्टेन्ट स्टडी मेटेरियल फर अल अफ यु टु एन्ड तपाईँहरूको फिडब्याक इज भेरी इम्पोर्टेन्ट फ्रेन्ड्स साथीहरू चाहिँ योर फिडब्याक एट द सेम टाइम आइ एम रिक्वेस्टिङ अल अफ यु अब जसले अब मेरो च्यानललाई अब सब्सक्राइब गर्नुभएको छैन द्याट इज द फाइनेन्स गुरु पवन कुमार झा सब्सक्राइब पनि गर्नु होला ताकि I would update the issues related to economics, finance, geopolitics and etc. साथीहरु चाहिँ यही भन्दै म आजको भिडियोलाई यही कन्क्लुड गरे साथीहरु चाहिँ इफ यु रियली लाइक दिस कन्टेन्ट लाइक पनि गर्नु होला र मेरो च्यानललाई सब्स्क्राइब पनि गर्नु थ्यांक यू अल अफ यु फर वाचिङ दिस भिडियो प्लिज टेक केयर अल अफ यु थ्यांक यू